Hi guys, this is me Amjad Javed, and today's video we'll be talking about data science. So let's begin with the most basic question, which is what is data science? Now guys, data science is the combination of both science and data. We all know that what data is. Data is the basic collection of facts and characteristics. It can be anything about you or your family members, about anything. It can be your color, it can be your facial color, it can be your hair color, eye color, or your age. Anything about you or anything about anyone. And we all know that what science is the basic study of our environment. So if we look at the most simple words, data science is the study of the nature of the data in order to make improvements to a business and help it in a decision making. Now guys, after we've learned about what is data science, the next question that just come and sprung upon our brain is what's its use and who is a data scientist? Now guys, data scientists are just like scientists, but they are kind of analytical experts who have their skills in technology and social science. They help in find trends and manage data. They also use industry knowledge to uncover solutions to business challenges, which are usually pretty much complex and require features like Python, SAS, and R, as well as Selenium and Ruby. And there are furthermore several as well, but we won't go in depth about them a bit, but later on. Now guys, data scientists also have responsibilities just like us, just like others. They have certain responsibilities like after solving a problem, they must carry out the reports on statistics and several other reports. They also have several other responsibilities, but we won't go in depth about them right now. Now guys, we essentially got the knowledge on what is data science and who is a data scientist. The next, the question that sprung is, what is the use of data science and what is data science? What is it a project or what is? Now guys, data science is a field. It is a data field. Now in data science, basically the problem solving steps, if we talk about what is data science is the collection of both data and science. And in data science, basically steps are carried out so that business problems can be solved. Now these steps are business problems, business problems, but let's understand them in a bit more depth. Then we'll talk about them later on. Now guys, if we talk about the everyday life cycle of a data scientist, his day begins with business problems. Now guys, business problems, in this step, the data scientist asks several questions about the problem, like the basic questions like basically the full view, what is the problem, how big is the problem, what do you want to do with it, and so much more. Now guys, data scientists ask several questions, why, what, why, how, why. They will basically eat out every person's brain who knows about those problems, and this is one of the best qualities of a data scientist. Now guys, after they've understood the problem, they will start gathering data. And this is the part of the data acquisitions. Now guys, in the data in this types of data science, the data scientist gathers data and starts analyzing them. Basically, the main data sources are like web servers, logs, databases, APIs, online repositories, and further more. But these are just the basics. Now after they've collected the data, they move on and starts preparing it. Now guys, in this step of data preparation, they clean and format the data because sometimes there are duplicated amount of data, there are same data twice, there are loopholes, and sometimes bundle of data is missing. Now some of these might seem small, but they become pretty huge afterwards. So they must be cleaned out, and that's what the data preparation step is for. Now guys, after they've formatted the data and have cleaned them, they will make several other investigations, which is the part of exploratory data analysis. Now guys, exploratory data analysis is the process of performing initial investigations on data so that you guys can find patterns and loopholes which are causing the business problems, and you will also discover several anomalies, and then will start testing hypotheses. Now guys, you will basically run hypotheses so that you can finally spring upon a solution to them. But if we declude that, there are the function of this step is also to define the features that you guys the data scientist will be needing. Basically these include Python, SAS, Ruby, Selenium, and so much more. Guys, in this step the data is also formatted again so that according to the feature it is perfectly fitting. Now after the data scientist has done all the answered the questions and has finally found a method to solve the problem, he will try to make the best model, and that's part of the data modeling. Now guys, data modeling is a step in which the data scientist has to make sure that he makes a model so that it can be better understood by the client, and in this step he will make sure that that happens. After better understanding the steps to the complete he took the job, will start making the model in the best way. And for that, he will use specific programs like Python, SAS, and sometimes the most used is also R as well as Selenium as well sometimes. Now guys, these were the basic sub steps. Now these steps are also in short so that the model that needs to be trained on a training set is the best, because without the complete training you won't be able to answers which the client will for sure answer, for sure question. So you must be able to answer them these, and what this step is the use of this step is that for. Now guys, and there are several programs, these are only the few ones, there are more as well. Now after the data scientist has successfully completed the data and made a model, he or she will move on to visualization and communication. Now guys, he or she will again meet the client and tell him the tools which you guys would have used or the data scientist would have used, and especially the benefits of the project you guys were made. Now the purpose of this is, now there are several features like for this job as well, since there is a huge amount of data, there are programs for this as well like ClickView and Power BI. These two are the just for naming a few, there are several more as well. Now after the client has been impressed, the data scientists move on and start to deploy and maintain it. Now guys, after deploying the project, before deploying the project, it must be tested in a pre-production environment. And guys, what is the best practice except the pre-production environment? So before deploying it, it will be tested in a pre-production model, a pre-production environment. After which it will be successfully completely deployed in the real environment. Afterwards, the data scientist will start taking out the reports, statistics, letters, alphanumerics, everything about the project, and report it to the client about the performance of the project you took. Now guys, after that, the client will be writing a huge check to you guys, and the data science life cycle will be over. Now guys, all of these are very fun-filled tutorials and fun-filled steps, and life of a data scientist is pretty much fun. But as every day, even when we are speaking, an unimaginable amount of data is being produced. So the need for data scientists just continues to grow. Now let's see some of the most basic skills. These are some of the most basic skills, but there are more as well. These basic skills are statistics, machine learning, linear algebra, data wrangling, data visualization and communication, and data intuition, as well as programming skills. Now guys, these are just to name a few. There are more as well. They will just increase the amount of your success, the field, and your chances of being hired. Guys, statistics is basically the art of showing alphanumerical data in the best way in graphs and charts so that they can easily be learned. Machine learning, so that you can collect the data and use it in the best way. Linear algebra, so that you can use those algorithms in the best way. Data wrangling, or in the words you guys would have known the word data munging, so don't get confused. Data wrangling and data munging is the same. Guys, data wrangling is basically the mapping of the full steps of anything. It can be basically on the model you took. You need to data wrangle it. You need to wrangle all of its data so that it can be shown in the model. Now afterwards, you will also need to meet the client, and for that you must have a skill known as data visualization communication. Now guys, this skill is used so that you can become a successful translator between the data and the client. It is also one of the responsibilities of the data scientist to become a good translator between them, between the client and the data, so that he or she can solve the problem as quick as possible in the best way. Now guys, this afterwards which come is data intuition. In the step, you will in this skill you will basically learn the best ways to use concepts of math, science, and etc., and learn them in the best way and use them in the best way. The basic use of the data intuition skill is so that you can master those skills and the concepts of math and science. Afterwards, there is programming skills. Now guys, programming skills is also one of the must. It is needed so that you can code and use programs and projects like Python, SAS, R, Selenium, Ruby, and so much more. Now guys, programming skills are necessary because without them, you won't be able to code and format any kind of project. And without that, you will completely go mad because there is an unimaginable data in every server of every company that is present in there. Now guys, after these steps that we've learned, I hope that they turn out useful. Now guys, it was nice being with you. Now let's go on with the last step, which is the last slide, which is the conclusion. Now guys, in this video, in this tutorial, we learned about what is data science. We learned its uses, who is a data scientist, what are his skills, and the steps which are performed in data science, as well as we learned why is data science needed. Thank you for joining me on this fun-filled tutorial. I hope you like this, and make sure to subscribe and like the video. Thank you.